All right, let's dive into a trend that is absolutely changing the game for golfers everywhere. We're talking about the high-tech revolution that's happening indoors. And seriously, you can forget everything you thought you knew about just hitting balls into a net.
You know, if you're a serious golfer, this question, it hits home. The days get shorter, the weather turns, and all of a sudden, your clubs are just collecting dust. It's so frustrating, right? It just kills your momentum. But what if it didn't have to be that way?
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at golf's classic winter problem. Then, we'll get into the incredible technology that's become the solution. We'll also talk about the almost unfair advantage this creates, show you how to train like a pro with it, and finally, look at why the future of getting better at golf is, well, it's indoors.
Okay, so let's start with the basic challenge here. For a big chunk of the year, Mother Nature is just not a golfer's best friend. Your passion for the game, that drive to get better, it doesn't go into hibernation, even when the fairways are totally frozen over.
And this really paints the picture of that off-season struggle, doesn't it? It's not just about the obvious stuff like rain and snow. It's the sun setting at 4 p.m., cutting your day short. It's the cold that makes your body feel stiff and your swing feel off. And the end result is always the same. You lose momentum, and those skills you worked so hard for start to slide. You're not just standing still, you're actually getting worse.
But this is where things get really exciting. See, indoor golf isn't some quirky backup plan anymore, not by a long shot. It has evolved into this super sophisticated, data-driven training environment that is a powerhouse all on its own. And let's be really clear about what we're talking about. This is you, with your own clubs, hitting real golf balls. The magic is all in the technology that captures and analyzes every single thing about that shot with just incredible accuracy.
And this is where it gets really cool. This isn't a video game. We are talking about pro-level launch monitors. You know, brands like TrackMan and FlightScope that use Doppler radar and high-speed cameras to track the ball with military-grade precision. It's why they're the standard on the PGA Tour. And then you've got AI tools like Sportsbox AI that can analyze your body's motion in 3D. This is literally the same gear the pros are using to dial in their game.
So, this brings us to the real reason this is all booming. Having access to this level of tech and data, it gives any golfer a massive leg up. It's almost like having a secret weapon in your back pocket.
I mean, this comparison says it all, right? Just look at the difference. Traditional practice on the range, it's all about feel and, let's be honest, a lot of guesswork. Was that a good shot? Why did it go right? You don't always know. Indoor training just replaces all that uncertainty with cold, hard data. Every swing, every shot in perfectly repeatable conditions. That means you can work on continuous, measurable improvement. And when you look at why people are flocking indoors, the reasons are crystal clear. The number one driver, by a long shot, is being able to train all year round. After that, it's all about getting that technical precision and, of course, time efficiency. Being able to get a focused, super productive practice session done in less than an hour, that's a total game changer for anyone with a busy life.
And hey, let's not forget the fun part. This isn't just about grinding out numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about the amazing experience of teeing it up at courses you've only dreamed of playing, all rendered in ridiculously realistic detail. That's what keeps practice from feeling like a chore.
Okay, so you've got this unfair advantage, but how do you actually use it to get better? Because it's really easy to just get lost in all the data. That's what this next part is all about, making sure you're turning all that practice into real, tangible progress on the course. Think of this as your roadmap. Don't just show up and start hitting balls randomly. Go in with a plan. Decide, today I'm working on my driver's launch angle, or I'm focusing on my irons club path. Zero in on those key data points that really matter. For example, your smash factor. All that tells you is how efficiently you're transferring energy from the club to the ball. If that number's low, you're losing distance on off-center hits. The simulator shows you that number on every single shot, so you can make a tiny adjustment and instantly see the result. That feedback loop right there, that's where the magic happens.
And hey, don't think this is just for bombing drives. The technology for the short game is just as mind-blowing. You can practice your putting with systems that measure your stroke with millimeter precision, analyzing things like your face angle at impact and the quality of the roll. Every single part of your game can be sharpened indoors. So, all of this leads to a really powerful conclusion. We have to stop thinking about indoor golf as just a substitute for the real thing. We need to start seeing it for what it is, a fundamental and frankly, really smart part of modern golf development.
What's so fascinating is how this helps literally everyone in golf. Amateurs can finally beat that off-season slump, pros can dial in the tiniest details of their swing, beginners get this calm, pressure-free space to learn the basics, and for coaches and golf clubs, it opens up totally new ways to teach and brings in revenue all year long. It's a win for everybody.
So the big takeaway here, the thing to really remember, is that building indoor training into your routine is a strategic move. It's about playing the long game. It's about investing in your skills and making sure that every season you play builds on the progress of the last one.
I want to leave you with this idea, which I think just perfectly captures the new mindset. The off-season isn't a break anymore. It's an opportunity. It's a chance to use this incredible technology to get a step ahead while everyone else is just standing still.
And really, it all comes down to this simple question. The tools are here. The data is available. The advantage is real. The only thing left to decide is if you're going to be the one who shows up to the first tee next spring with a game that is truly, noticeably better.